Guys, you are now watching a clip from the Fellas podcast. You can listen to the full podcast exclusively on Spotify for free. So make sure to head over there, leave us a 5-star rating if you enjoyed, and follow the podcast.
No, the way we do it is we change it from giving £10,000 to my biggest fan to $10,000.
Yeah.
That's how we adapt to our.
No,
our
I don't even
American
have that kind of money. I'm in my overdraft.
yeah, you fucking definitely are.
Too much bag. Yeah. Allegedly.
So you've got those coming up. Have you got any? Do you have any arena things planned for the podcast?
Yeah, so I think we're going to do the arena again this year. Date still TBC. I think we know what it is, but I can't really say.
No, that's fine.
And then my UK tour, which will start in October, is going to go on sale sort of end of February, early March, just after Juicy goes out.
Yeah.
So I'll get both of them out, and then I'll announce the next
And when
tour.
you say you're doing these tours, what sort of venue? Like, if you're to go in London, is there a venue that? Like,
So
you
London,
usually do?
this next tour is a significant step up. Like last year I did the Frog and Bucket in Manchester, which is 250 seats,
Yeah.
but we did 7 shows there because they all just kept selling out. So this year we're going to do the Manchester Apollo, which is like 3,000.
Wow.
But London, the last tour I did Leicester Square Theatre, and I loved it.
Yeah.
So instead, I think we're going to do Leicester Square again and just add as many shows as I need to do there. And then maybe on the next tour, we'll look at doing like the Palladium or the Apollo or something.
Yeah.
But I love the Leicester Square Theatre, so we're just going to do... I think we're putting like 2 on sale initially, but we've got pencils on a few more in case they sell out.
Do you ever get? Is there a particular moment? Because this is like my fear. So I just did the Sidemen a few years back. Asked me to join as part of a roast.
Yeah.
And it was definitely the most nerve-wracking experience that I've had, and it was purely because you are expected to make people laugh, right? The whole point of a roast is to be funny,
Yeah.
and I've never had that pressure before, where everyone's looking at you like, whatever comes out of your mouth next better be funny,
Yeah.
because that's fucking mental, right? But and I'm sure you have, every comedian that's done the circuits and things like that goes through it. But when it comes to hecklers, is there one in particular that you've just been like, oh my God, that one that stands out to you? I'm sure you've had that question quite a few times. But
A heckle, normally you can deal with it. Because like if you're having a good gig and someone heckles, the audience are on your side.
Yeah.
The problem comes if you get heckled when it's not going well. And that's only ever happened once. And to be honest, it wasn't even a heckle. I was just dying. I was getting nothing. And I just heard a man say to his mum, I thought he was meant to be a comedian.
oh,
But he wasn't like being a cunt.
yeah, he didn't say it out. He was genuinely.
He was confused. He was like, I thought he was meant to be a comedian. And I just had to carry on for another 5 minutes.
Fuck, man.
really
Grim.
Did you roast him?
No, because I couldn't, because I knew I had no money in the bank with the audience to be
Yeah.
like,
So you were bombing it pretty hard.
yeah, it was a pile of shit. That was about 8 or 9 years ago, yeah.
Wow. And is that the worst show you've had, or is it, because I'm sure it happens all the
The
time.
worst show I had was a few months ago. I went on a date, and this was very unprofessional. I'll never do this again.
Right.
I've never done it before. So I was trying to go out with this girl, and she's like, I've got Friday off. I was like, well, none of the nights we had off lined up.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, Friday I've got a show, but like I can meet you in the afternoon, but I can only have like a couple of drinks and I'll have to go. We're having a really good time. So I had a few more, and I got my mate to give me a lift to the gig, and I was hammered.
Yeah.
And I did like a provocative joke about terrorism, which is in it. It's actually
It's always a tough sell.
the opening to Imperius is about the Liverpool terror attack.
Right.
So I was doing that bit, and a woman in the audience got upset, and she was like, she was like really upset about 9/11, and I was like normally I'd have the skill to like calm her down and bring it back. I can do that.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, fuck off. 9/11, you live in fucking Nantwich. Like, why you asked about 9/11? She was like, I lost my niece and my nephew that day. They were there. And I was like,
Oh no! I bet the room just went.
I just went, I'm not asked, or something like
Whoa!
that. It wasn't good at all.
Did it go down well? No, I just feel like if you drop I'm not asked, it's kind of like, it's so outrageous, I think I'd laugh.
25% of the room were still like, this is funny, we want it. Most of them hated me.
What? I would have loved to have been in that room.
I'll
man.
tell you
I
what.
come off and my mate was crying, laughing. You know the one who drove
Yeah,
me? He loved it. But
It's one of those ones where you're either going to fucking love that or you're
Yeah.
going to be like,
that's probably the worst gig I've ever had, and that was the end of 2022.
Oh, how many people were in that room then?
End of
300.
2022.
300 people.
Oh, so that was like last month then.
Yeah, it was a couple of months ago.
Fucking hell.
Oh, that's a belter.
I like it when it's fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to feel that
Yeah.
raw pain.
Yeah.
No, because I've seen this might happen more in the US. I don't know. You'll be able to tell me. But there's quite a few comedians that are always telling stories about how people get into scraps in the audience.
Have I told you about this? A quick one here. I was flying. So this was there's 2 flights to Pakistan, right? But this is the longer one, going to Dubai first. And I thought, I'll treat myself. I'll get business class. All right. So I'm lying down on the plane seat, whatever, but I'm facing towards the aisle. Okay, like my bum's.
Oh, well, I get you. So you're on your side and you're looking into the aisle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm falling asleep, I'm knackered, whatever, but I know I keep dropping the craziest parts, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now this is the part that got me really worried, because I don't know if this was real or if I was like hallucinating / dreaming, but I'm feeling a tap in my side, and I kind of wake up, I'm so asleep. I wake up, I look over to the air hostess, and she's like, you're going to have to stop doing that, it smells too bad in the aisle. And I'm like,
Oh, fucking, that has to be
and
a
I
dream.
go back to sleep. But then when I
tell
wake up,
someone to stop farting.
but can I be honest?
I've paid thousands of pounds for this seat. I'll shit in it.
they
if I
were
want.
so
What the
bad.
fuck are you talking to?
It was bad though. I think if a child was smelling it, the child's probably dead. Anyway, it was bad. I know it was bad. And I've woken up and I've been so scared. I'm like, I can't go to the bar now to get a drink because I know all the air hostess. And every time they walk past me, I'm looking at them and they look at me and I'm like, fuck, they know.
making eye
They
contact.
know that I'm the guy that's
There's
literally
no
shitting
way
myself.
that there's someone's come up to you and gone, yeah.
Nah, I was so
Your
paranoid as well.
asshole
I reckon-
stinks of shit.
I reckon
think
that
it
happened,
might.
you know.
I think it happened.
There's
you
no
know.
way.
It's
Nah.
when you're in the exact same spot and something you think is a dream happen, it usually happens.
It was really fucking
Yeah.
scary.
I brought
though, man.
McDonald's on the way back the other day from back home. I brought McDonald's on, and it obviously when you're in a plane, it stunk up the whole place. And the geezer in front of me just kept doing one of these, looking back, because he knew the McDonald's was coming for me. So I was trying to eat it, and so I put it underneath the seat to try and contain it. And then next thing I know, he goes up, goes away. I thought he was going to the toilet. I come back, literally minutes later, 2 air hostesses come down the aisle, freshener the whole way down the aisle.
Yeah.
And I was there like, that's got to be because this guy fucking ratted on me bringing a Mackey's on the plane. Because I've hidden it. I put it in my backpack because I know they're not going to let me bring a Mackey's on the
a
plane.
Thai Mackies, or is it UK to Thailand?
No, mate, that Bangkok airport is unbelievable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So think
Sick.
about the McDonald's, then think about my deadly farts that are going
Yeah.
off. And they're all so hot and heated as well. Like, it's warming myself up on the plane.
Yeah, central heating.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that happened.
Fuck, I love it. No, but there is nothing better than actually just like farting. And you know when you can smell it and you know it's about to travel.
Do you ever have an itch on the inside of your arsehole and you itch it with a fart?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think I've done that, you know.
You got an itch, an itch
Very
like
rare.
an inch in, and you're like, oh, I don't want to finger myself. And then you're like, oh, I've got
yeah,
it.
very rare.
I reckon that is the key to life.
Yeah.
That's as happy as you'd ever get.